Target 12 investigators continue tracking controversy within the Providence public schools. Superintendent Harrison Peters was grilled by lawmakers last night about his decision to hire Dr. Olayinka Alege, who was arrested last week for allegedly forcibly massaging an underage boy's foot at a gym.
He had similar allegations against him years ago in Florida. Our Steph Machado joining us live now to break down how this is affecting the superintendent. Steph, what did we learn last night and what was the reaction from those senators?
Yeah, so the focus at this 4-hour hearing was really on Superintendent Peters and his role in hiring Dr. Alege, who has now resigned. Peters worked with Alege in the Hillsborough County Public Schools in Tampa, said he did not know at the time that Alege had been accused of popping boys' toes as a punishment in 2009, but he did find out before hiring Alege to work in Providence. He Googled his name, found the news articles. He told senators that instead of telling the hiring committee or his boss, Commissioner Angelica Infante Green, he addressed it with Alege personally and felt assured that he wouldn't do it again. He now says that was an error in judgment and he was wrong to hire him. Some say Peters should resign over this, including the Providence Teachers Union President Mary Beth Calabro.
I believe that irreparable harm has been done in terms of trust, in terms of accountability. I believe that, we need a fresh start.
We didn't get it right with Dr. Alege. So I tell our parents we are going to get it right. We fixed it. That's why I called for his immediate resignation. Where we go from here, we continue to focus on the turnaround, the needs of kids, and building trust with our community.
And just a short time ago, Councilman David Salvatore and 4 other councilors introduced a resolution for Thursday's city council meeting, also calling on Peters to resign. Peters' spokesperson last night told me he has no intention to do so.
And Steph, the superintendent mentioned in that sound that you just played the turnaround plan. Does this at all play into the overall state effort to intervene and improve the Providence public schools?
Well, Dr. Alege was hired as part of this restructuring of the administrative jobs at the Providence schools as part of that state turnaround. His new title was called the Network Superintendent of Secondary Schools, and several leaders were brought in from out of state as part of that restructuring. So it's certainly casting some doubt on Peters' judgment in terms of hiring. We heard senators last night asking what other red flags might the superintendent have missed. The Providence School Board also plans to meet tomorrow to discuss his job performance behind closed doors. And listen, this also certainly serves as a distraction. We have the head of the National American Federation of Teachers, Randi Weingarten, putting out a statement last night about Superintendent Peters. She plans to be in town tomorrow as well, and we can certainly expect that she's going to speak both about this scandal with Dr. Alege and also about the Providence schools turnaround as a whole.
And Steph, there's another player, of course, in this. Commissioner Infante Green, her role, because as the state controls the schools, she ultimately has the final say.
Right, so Commissioner Infante Green apologized. She said she essentially left the hiring up to Superintendent Peters. She said she will have oversight over those top hires in the future. Her spokesperson said she is not asking for Peters to resign at this time. My colleague Anita Buffoni reports Governor McKee is meeting with the commissioner about all this today, so this is certainly all developing, guys.
Steph Machado with a story we will continue tracking for a while. Big developments today. Our thanks to you.